Yeah, but the Champions League was very entertaining. Real Madrid not at their best. Benfica, so many chances, so many easy ways to get through Real Madrid. Real Madrid.
If I owned a club now, Gab, I would not be looking abroad.
What do you mean? For a manager?
I would find someone good.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, look at the youngster.
No risks.
Chelsea, the youngster at Ipswich. You know, what I mean, I'd be the youngster at Brentwood.
Yeah,
you know, I'd be going local.
I don't blame
I know
you.
what it's all
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
I wouldn't be going abroad.
No, totally agree.
Especially people I don't know.
Exactly. But as well, Al, I stayed up as well to watch the extra time. Galatasaray.
Yeah.
We're 5-2 up.
I wanted to watch Real Madrid as well.
Yeah, I watched both. And Galatasaray were 5-2 up going into their second leg. And then Juventus got it back to 5-5 extra time. But if you see the...
Who won it?
Galatasaray in extra time, scored 2. Osimhen, great finish. And then...
why is he not in the Premier?
I was going to talk about that a bit later, about Osimhen, how good he's been this season. But wait till you see the red card for Lloyd Kelly. Used to be at Bournemouth for Newcastle. Wait till you see this.
Shocker.
Yes. He literally goes up for a header and literally has to land. He lands and his studs land on the winger for Galatasaray's leg. Yeah. Not even a yellow card. What's worse is it's a yellow. The ref goes over to the
monitor
and looks at it and gives a red. Ow. The standard of refereeing, like, I felt sorry for him because that cost Juventus in the end, but they were fantastic with 10 men, really give Galatasaray a scare.
Yeah, and now Real Madrid, they did the business on the pitch last night, beating Benfica 2-1 the night to progress to the Champions League knockouts. And of course, it was live on talkSPORT.
The first encounter between the two 4 weeks ago tonight was sensational, but it is one that has been subsequently overshadowed by the utter embarrassment of last Tuesday. Pavlidis is in behind Camavinga, squares it, and it's almost an own goal. Courtois makes the save, and is then bundled in, and Benfica have the lead at the Bernabeu.
God, Jim, we have a game on our hands.
Real Madrid are back in it. It's 1-1. Tchouaméni sweeping in from the edge of the penalty. For Benfica, tricks his way past the first challenger, breaks to the edge of the box, good save from Courtois.
That is an absolutely brilliant save.
And this tie's still in the balance. And finishes through a goal, fires it into the bottom right-hand corner.
It's a brilliant finish from an incredibly talented player.
Winner in the first leg, the winner in the second. I'm delighted to say this was a night where we can actually talk about football. Real Madrid 2, Benfica 1, and they won it 3-1 on aggregate.
Yeah, here, of course, the first leg was marred by the alleged racism incident towards Vinicius Jr., but he had the last laugh last night, bagging the winner. The voice of talkSPORT Live Football, Adrian Dunham, former Benfica defender Scott Minto, sung Vinicius' praises at full time.
43 and 37 for club and country, and without him there's going to be a little bit of doubt. Vinicius Jr. stepped up to the plate to win it on the night for Real Madrid and send them through.
Absolutely, that's what he can do, Aid. And I thought not just his goal, but let's quickly talk about his goal. Running at pace, but still able to open his body up and just pass it into the net, into the side, inside of the side netting, where Truban couldn't get it, but it was just inside the post. It was a brilliant finish, but actually take the goal away from him. I thought he was brilliant all evening. It was a really good battle watching Dedic against him, and I thought Dedic played well, but it was just constant energy, skill, holding the ball up, and even when they're on the back foot, he was the one that seemed to be further forward and been able to relieve a little bit of pressure. So it was a brilliant performance all round from the Brazilian for sure.
He's that type, Gab. He gets that pace. You were quick, and he gets away from defenders. You ain't catching him.
Yeah, especially when you're Otamendi. You know, he's closer to 40 Otamendi than he is 30. He was struggling to get back. But look at the finish out. We're just talking there while we heard that clip. For all the youngsters out there that are trying to be a footballer, that's the composure. Because if he took that on his left foot, probably keeper saves it, but to sort of put your body around the ball, open your right foot out and literally guide it through. Yeah. The Thierry Henry finish, I call it. Which
you can also, Gab, open your body out. Yeah. And look at that far post and go to hit it with your right and go the other way.
Yeah, reverse it. Yeah,
you cheat the goalkeeper.
Yeah, but when you bend it like that low as well, it's hard for keepers to get down, isn't it?
You can only do that with practice.
Yeah, 100%.
One and one.
Wow, he was on one yesterday. Everything went through him. Mbappe was out injured with a knee issue, and it was just the case of Vinny Jr. was never going to let Benfica win. And what I liked about him is what happened last week. Didn't affect him. He goes over to the corner flag and still does his dance.
How good were Real Madrid?
Real Madrid were very poor. Vinicius Jr. Was their best player, but Real Madrid are missing Mbappe, Housen, Bellingham, Rodrigo, Milito.
You worried about Bellingham getting back full fitness?
No, it did show a clip earlier on in the week at Real Madrid that he's back. He's playing with the balls, so that's always a good sign now. It means he's on his way back from his hamstring injury. But if you are Sporting Lisbon or Manchester City, who they can play next, you're not scared. If you're Manchester City, you're like, okay, yeah, we want Real Madrid. That's how bad they were.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it was happy days for Madrid, but it couldn't be more different over in Italy. Juventus, Inter were both knocked out to put Italy on the brink of having no teams in the last 16 in the Champions League. For the first time, you have to go back to 1998 before Atlanta saved the nation getting past Dortmund in dramatic style. One Italian side, Gab, through to the last 16. It's not a good look for Italy, is it? Why are they...
There's Inter Milan. Dominated they were by Bodo Glimt over 2 legs. Incredible result. And also, no Italian club has won the Champions League since 2010. They've got a chance of not qualifying for their 3rd World Cup in a row.
Amazing.
3rd World Cup out. Italy not qualifying for. There's a chance. It's wild. Atalanta were fantastic last night. Last minute penalty, which I thought was a penalty. Clumsy from the second half.
American coaches, maybe?
Yeah, maybe the academy coaches are all American now. But Atlanta saved the day. Juventus did try last night, but it's a shame because I grew up watching on Channel 4 Gazzetta Football Italia. Every Sunday was a game on. I used to love watching, Juventus, Milan, Inter, all the star players they had. It was a top league then, wasn't it? Back in the day, over the Premier League, and
I was never into it, Gab.
Was you not, Al?
No, give me...
Ronaldo was there.
I loved Premier and I loved
El Piero.
Championship. No.
Really?
National side, yeah.
Yeah.
But not Serie A.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe it was because when I was growing up, that was the only football that was on, 1 to 5. It was Gazzetta Football Italia. But Italy, we need to get someone on Al to explain what's the youth looking like, what's the under-21s looking like, because the state of Italian football is not good at the moment, and it's showing in the big competitions.
All English, 6 English sides through to the Champions League. Last 16 will learn their fate tomorrow, 11 a.m, when the draw takes place. And don't forget, we have a great lineup of European League, Europa League and Conference League tonight, live across the talkSPORT network. Palace, Forest, Celtic are all in action. It's an interesting one, Celtic tonight. Playing tonight and then the Old Firm game Sunday. It's going to be tough.